Smoke mistress. Gently reappear. Friend. Rodent. Community. Lenoir. Well, and good insert your time of day here, all. My name is Sapphire Smoky the Bear. Your smoke mistress, the Smoky One. Going to be hostessing this two-way, which was originally going to be a four-way, also between Tracy M and New Life, but we have had an unfortunate withdrawal on the part of New Life, who will not be continuing with us in the tournament. And I'm sure will be with us each step of the way in spirit. So that leaves us with Kenny versus Tilimorf for this bout, which is now hopefully scheduled for 9:15 rather than 9 o'clock. Oh, glad to be with you once again. You're looking dapper. You're looking very SMRAT. Do remember our community slogan, we are not stupid. We are SMRAT. So now, looks like from our hash, we have got a Mama Scotty Turtle, a Springing Dragon, a Dive Bombin' Bat, and an Eyeless Namahe. And yes, Mithra, who is restreaming, was having a bit of trouble with his own server, and then tried swaps and couldn't get that to work so well either. So he rebooted his own, and we've actually got a countdown in the SRL, so oh, no, I was just going to say, so hopefully we shall be shooting it on over here. Just a moment, and there it is. The gun has been shot, so he asked me if I would like my name presented in just this particular fashion, and I said, well, maybe can put mistress in there in parentheses. I didn't know it was going to take up the entire space where the commentator's name goes, but we're off. We have got just a little delay between, or not delay, a little difference between the two of them and their timers. One took, Tilimorf took a 1 second head start, appears to be, and using his moonfall straight on down both rooms. Now, the parlor as well as the climb. Kenny not using moonfall, at least not yet. Yes, Stroutlog planned from the beginning, before the Smoke Mistress even joined the community. No, just a delightful coincidence. That'll bring them to the elevator, and they're down into Blue Bryn, and we are presented with a vanilla morphing ball. Vanilla-flavored extract. See, our tracker is being on point. Tracker, the lovely Sailor Jade. And Tilly and Kenny, as you do quite often, as soon as you get the morphing ball, are rolling straight on down to the construction zone, putting the good morph ball to good use right away, and finding more vanilla stuff. More. Oh! Tilimorf shot out that block at just the wrong moment. Gamer fell right on his head. Ouch. Oh, there's a sweet little item right up there. It's a bit trolly to put it in that spot, but the space jump? Hello. And another vanilla missile, so not too much exciting there, but space jump already going to be very helpful. And good bit of a taunt, so no check. Yeah, accessible in quotes. That is a point for Ms. But I'll want to crop Kenny's timer a little more. Of course, he will still have 57 more minutes to do that. So, no checks on the easy stuff just yet. Oh, you're right. You're right, Strahd. What's up, Shell Dog? What's up with you? Always nice to see you in chat, so thank you very much. Well, that's more or less standard beginning, especially without power bombs, which will most likely be found at BC, as they are 95% of the time. Oh yeah, I just told him in the SRL, unless this is a super de-duper free seed, eventually that's gonna have to be cropped a little more, and there they are. Power bombs 1 through 5, sitting in the clutches of a certain Bomb Chozo. Oh, yeah, nice little mock ball back through the mellow way by Tilimorf. Space jump may ease the Alcatraz escape a bit, depending on if they opt to do that third and final wall jump. Tilly's struggling with it a little bit. Kenny gets it first try. So Kenny almost kind of coming up there with a high five and rubbing it in Tilly's face a little bit. To be fair, that's about where I am now with that. I can't seem to do the Alcatraz escape that handily to save my life now, and Kenny will stop down over there at Cavity Dental Plan through the root canal and find the first reverse tank. So that'll bring us to a tidy little count right away of 0-1, as Tilly gives a nice shout out to my fellow gal bear, Polar Bear Bunny, with the PBB PBs, and finds PBB Bs, as a matter of fact. Right there. Regular bombs. Very interesting. So, depending on how many more power bombs are in the mood to pop up during this seed, that could be a helpful thing for Tilimorf. His health alarm is going off, even though I have the thing muted. He was sitting at 11 health after that volcano visit. Those things can be pretty heated. Heated exchanges between Samus Aran and Alcuns. Kenny is checking the backside of Gauntlet to find a Graph suit and supers. Hello. That is going to be pretty free gravity. Well, Tilimorf could actually get it right now. In theory, he has regular bombs. Unlimited. So he technically has the capabilities to go through the gauntlet, but with no suits, no energy tanks, just that one empty reserve, I would not dare, at least not without a save. But Kenny makes way on down to Green Bryn already, while also finding the first super packet Terminator. He's going to get that nice jump through the door into early supers to find more supers on the ground floor. And what's our trio of items in the Bryn Reverse Ronpopeel chamber going to be? There's a missile. There's another missile. And there's a third missile. Kenny ain't got time for that nonsense. He collects one, leaves the other two alone. Tilly's gonna backdoor check. As, Kenny gets his gauntlet opening second set of power bombs, and Tilly sees that gravity suit and retreats right back up through the Terminator room. He is back already, Arnold. So then, Tilly sprints back on through the parlor, as fast as you can sprint, without a certain accessory for your boots. Indeed. There's Gauntlet is still not in SMRAT logic at the moment, as we have not found Screw Attack, but it did give them Space Jump really early, although that wasn't in logic to get either, because they had to do the D-boost to get it. But Tilly is going to indeed rely on his regular bombs, and that waiver was kind enough to give him a big health drop. So 20 free drops of energy. As was that first Yapping Maw. And this is the one advantage to using regular bombs as opposed to power bombs in the Gauntlet. You can stand or sit or crouch on the other blocks there that you have not bombed out, where the acid can't come up to get you. Whoa! Okay, this is a stacked Gauntlet. Speed booster at the Gauntlet E-Tank, while Kenny is just messing around down in the Etacoons region right now, finding, he's gonna go for the Etacoons save. We don't see this every day. That was a well-placed bomb there by Tilly, taking out that bottom block, and as well as the other two blocks, just as they were respawning. Kenny is gonna roll on through the bottom floor of the trapdoor room here. He is not using power bombs. Smoke Mistress is disappointed. He is down to now 48 health plus. And once again, Tilly using single bombs to blow out the single blocks there. Puts down a power bomb at a good spot in this next little portion of the chamber. Now paying homage to Wild Anaconda, as Kenny finds our first energy tank at the Etacoons Peeves, giving us a count of 1 and 1. Ta-da! Congrats, Tilimorf. Advantage, Tilimorf. Big time, as they have already collected Space Jump. Speed is also going to make things a lot easier to get around. Of course, still semi-suboptimal without high jump. And they might want to have grapple to access a couple of other spots, as well as, some items that are sure to pop up a bit later. But Kenny finds another pack of supers, his fourth at Big Pink Mid-Missiles. Well, it's like, Shell Dog, it's like I was saying in a chat of one of the previous races, in the, just missiles at Mission Impossible, in the total Envaria logic, since those items are the majors swapped with the majors and minors with minors, if you get speed early, it kind of makes sense to go to Wrecked Ship, because there is a speed-locked major item in Wrecked Ship, the reverse tank location. More supers at the charge missiles, but in this, it's full rando, and actually, there is only one major area in the game that has no speed-locked item locations, and that's Norfair. Believe it or not, all the other 4 have items that you need Speed Booster to collect. Alright. So Kenny's gonna put down another well-placed power bomb there. He's gonna open that yellow door and knock out the back blocks to Spore Spawn's back door there. He gets that super in the right spot, and he's gonna check out what the Spo was hoarding back here. Oh, it's E-Tank number 2. That's surprising. Usually it's vanilla supers. So, 2 and 1 the count. That is okay. Tilimorf has dropped on down to the bottom of the Ediconian jungle shaft, just finds that ammo there in both spots in the first 2 Edicoons here, and I suspect as well he'll go through the deboost tutorial and frolic with the B-Toms and the Zebos a bit, and eventually finally reach his first energy tank. He's got the gravity suit, so that'll make things considerably easier on him. B-Toms do 10, 5, 2 damage on Samus, and they also damage you every 64 frames. Oh, and Kenny finding E-Tank number 3 at the wave gate there. So, Tilimorf having gravity suit on, it doesn't matter that he doesn't have Varia on. Gravity will automatically quarter damage all the enemies. So, it would automatically be 2 damage from the B-Toms instead of 10. And Kenny is putting down another power bomb and heading back on into Blue Bryn. It's going to make those early checks they could not do. 3 giant hoppers. Each put out a there, and realized he wanted to open the door there, and he left. Okay, maybe he just wanted to make that one check. The Blue Bryn power bombs there, which was nothing special. It just supers at the Green Hill Zone. That's already going to be Kenny's 7th pack, 5th pack for Tilly there at Big Pink Mid. Oh yeah, I suppose that is true as well. And sadly, in that immediate area, there is no good or reliable spot to farm or collect additional power bombs. You could theoretically luck out with them at one of the Billy Mays spots, but of course you can't count on that. So Kenny is heading up, comes out to the Crimson Tower, and he's a-climbing. Space jump, of course, making things a little easier. And Tilly gonna go ahead with those same checks, putting that, using the same strat, putting that power bomb down in the same spot. Oh, and using his own successful setup. Alright, Kenny reaches the east wing, past the Hellway. He's gonna do away with the zeros for some power bomb refills. Quick and easy. And he hops into Power Plumes here. Oh, and gets nommed by the last one. Alright, what have we got? Supers. We'll take them. That's going to be Super Pack number 8. And more supers. Super Packs number 8 and 9. Yep. They still look a little like Tilly's behind, but he has 2 really key items that will give him an edge. That he got both in the gauntlet, Gravity Suit and Speed Booster. Kenny pauses to get nommed again, as Tilimorf is going to find the 3rd E-Tank past this Wavegate glitch. Is Kenny going to... You might want to open that yellow door to save yourself the trouble a bit later. But, okay, he's going to grab the red tower save, so I'm taking it he's going to head over to the wrecked ship, probably, take on Fantoon, which is not an easy fight with no suits, and this amount of health, neither. Tilimorf finally gets the gate glitch. He's going to fuel up a bit more with some energy. Another nice energy drink out of this love. Ooh! Kenny completes his crazy combo with an acquisition of a screw attack in the Hell Plumes. Oh, and Tilimorf showing us that handy rising gate that pops up there if you activate it by shooting. Right there at the right side of the wave gate room. Right. So he's going to pop on down, and this is interesting. He can check waterway where Kenny could not. And he is going to do so. He's going to roll right past that super packet charge, maybe get it on the way out. Kenny's going to want to watch it here with the sizers. They do 120 damage without either suit. And the key hunters, much less. But he's all right either way. He's got screw attack now. And he's going to head back west to the landing site. Probably going to go to the gauntlet now after a refill. And probably a save, I'd figure too. Just missiles at the waterway, that's disappointing. Yeah, but Tilimorf is going to employ a strat I always do here and diagonally shine Spark back up. And let's see if he gets those supers now. He will. Alright. Oh, Kenny is going west and up. Straight on up into the atmosphere. Double tribute to Polar Bear Bunny. And he's going to find he's going to find bombs, that's right. Regular bombs, he's going to take them. With only 10 PBs, not a very bad idea. And Tilimorf, putting out the same strat there to wax those giant hoppers using 2 supers on each. It's too bad the game developers decided to give those hoppers 320 health each. So you shoot them with 1 super, all that's left after that is the equivalent of a normal power shot, and that's it. So theoretically you could shoot it with a power shot, then quickly select your supers and just put them to good use and save 1. Or you could use a power bomb to double hit them, and that'll wipe them out too. Tilimorf going into uncharted territory here, from the Christmas tree on up the chimney to Billy Mays. He's going to show us a couple checks we have not yet seen. Oh, you know what, you're right, Shell Dog. From the landing site up to the volcano, it's a little slightly east, not west. Mea culpa. But there's E-Tank number 4 at Billy Mays M1, giving us 4 and 1. And Kenny about to suit up with some fresh, stylish new garb. Nice fashion choice on Samus's part. Fashionable and durable. What else could an adventurous bounty hunter chick want, really? Well, alright, maybe something a little flashy orange as well. That we'll see whenever it deigns to pop up. Tilimorf is back up the elevator, back to Criteria into the Tor ruins, so I expect we're going to have a check here on the old Mother Brain item, or not. Instead, decides to go right for the Criteria Climb supers. I don't think they could not have previously checked Old Mother Brain because they didn't have power bombs by that point. The first power bombs were at BC. So Tilly is going to get a short charge here and leaps over the Boyons with the greatest of ease and the greatest of grace. Sparks up there just for more missiles. Oh, Kenny, now having collected his speed booster as well, may just be making the same check. Or not. They're making me out to be a liar left and right. And, okay, Tilimorf is heading back on down now. Perhaps now he will make the old Mother Brain check. And he is doing just so. Wisely using the regular bombs, remembering that he has them. Oh, and Kenny coming on down to do the same thing. Little high five there, just more missiles. Wow, this, Mithra, you may have rolled a bit of a troll seed, after after getting us excited with those couple really cool free items. The seeds have a way of doing that. You know, they show us something really, really very early on, and then much later keep the rest of the really good stuff from us until we look all over the planet for it. But Tilly's back out to Pink Bryn, or excuse me, Green Bryn, back out to the Bryn Stairs. Finds those supers that Kenny located in the Green Hill Zone pipe. Which way now is Kenny going to go? He's going to go back down too. And just screwing through the pirates at normal speed without the aid of Moonfall. Which some consider cheating. I do not. And that's going to take Tilly into the Crimson Tower. He's going to go down. So rather than up, so at least for the moment he's going to miss out on Screw Attack, but let's see what he happens upon here. The X-ray location very, very seldom has anything good, but it does. It's enough of these seeds, law of averages, I think it would have to at some point. So and especially after all this navigating over to it. Oh, yeah, just more missiles. He started to roll away a little too quickly to see the item there and rolled back. Kenny picking up that same 4th E-Tank. Tilimorf's going to want to take it a little careful here. The Varia suit is the garb that protects you from the environmental damage, i.e. the spikes. So they'll still do 60 a pop with just gravity on. On the other hand, he gets out safely here and might a little homage to Sloter way down. Then again, might not. Oh, okay, not this time. So he's gonna stop to pay a quick call on the Screes there. Which was, of course, why we had Screes as one of the enemies in the hash, and Tilimorf is standing kind of stationary, aiming up. Oh, did we lose Tilly? We'll have to determine what exactly happened there. Tilly reset? Why would Tilly reset? Oh, always. Oh, that's probably a good guess. Space jump. His emulator might have crashed. Dang. That really sucks. His last save was just before Gauntlet, it appears. That's truly unfortunate to see. We hate to see anything like that happen. The worst part is it wasn't even his fault. It wasn't due to bad inputs or bad decisions, routing, death, nothing like that. A crash. Of all the things, he doesn't even have the first reverse tank. Oh, that's gonna set him back. But Kenny also making the X-ray check, just finding the missiles, doesn't want them. Yeah, so Tilly has saved just after the volcano visit, so he has the regular bombs and pretty much nothing else. So Sailor Jade had dutifully ticked everything else back off his tracker. Got the booster again. Is back on his way once more. Mustn't get too disheartened about this, unless he starts getting more and more emulator crashes, and in which case I wouldn't blame him if he wanted to reschedule. Yeah. Slobs can can indeed appear to be as if it was designed by a bunch of slobs. And welcome, by the way, Phoenix. Good to see you. Kenny has Phoenix validated at the beta power bombs, the Hell Plumes, with the addition of Screw Attack. Tilimorf has not been there yet, does not know what's there, but Kenny is heading back up after that X-ray check. Looks like, oh, and he's grabbing the save here now too. Looks like he wants to go to Wreck Chip, Fantoon. Tilimorf reclaiming his gravity suit. The magical respawning bottomless gravity suit. Which is a nice thing that, unlike the Mario games, say, you get an upgrade like that, and like put on your new suit. If you get touched or bitten by an enemy, you don't lose the suits, as like in the Mario games, you would lose your superpowers and your fire and ice ability to fly and all that good stuff. So Kenny is going to be the first on over to the moat and beyond. Finds his 11th pack of supers there. And he'll be able to just run along the bottom of the ocean if he so chooses. He's going to have a peek at the ocean missiles as well. Tilly did not die, Zeb. We think it was an emulator crash, but, maybe, I'm not sure if this is me. It looks like it may have been going through a bit of PowerPoint there for just a minute or two. That might have just been on my side. I don't know, but I didn't get to see what the ocean missiles item was. So, but whatever it was probably just ammo. Kenny didn't want it, so he's gonna have a look at the wrecked ship dead missiles, which is just more of an OM missile. And as we saw, 3 missiles in the Bryn Reverse Ron Popeil room. Tilly's gonna mess around with some waivers and hoppers. And get some more bombers of powers. And misslers of supers. That's gonna take Kenny on into his first boss fight, and the first boss fight of the entire race. Fanny Pack of Wolves. And there's a quick half first pattern. Unfortunately, a slow for the other one. Oh! Tilimorf runs through the Decora dance hall, and should he happen upon down there, but Decora itself, the block, he would be, yeah, he would be screwed if those blocks respawned. But luckily, that's soft block prevention. The blocks will not respawn in this logic. Yeah, this is not the other tracker where we have an animal button, that the Etikun in the bottom corner. Well, Zeb, the MU crash did, assuming that's what it was, did kind of set him back a good ways. He had all this stuff before. The one advantage to that, as I like to say, is you know where stuff is after that point, so you don't have to go around and make all these checks again. So Kenny has got Fantoon looking a good orange color. Oh, and that's the end of the fight. Wow. Some nice ammo distribution on that elephant ghost balloony thingy-majigger, whatever it is. So Tilimorf is about to come back into the red tower. He, we'll say tentatively it was a crash, just for the purposes of having an explanation. He crashed at the room below and to the left of Spazer, so he knows what's at X right now. He doesn't have to go back there. So he's going to come back to where he was. He's going down again. And Okay, and he's going straight up to take a look at Spacer. Another check we have not seen yet. Speaking of checks we have not seen yet, Kenny showing us East Side Super Missiles, which is just missiles. Spacer, just missiles. Wonderful. Lovely. More checks we get to skip. Or more items we get to skip, I guess I should put it that way. Here's a question. Where are the beams? Not a single beam having been sighted yet. Vanilla Supers at Westside Supers, as Tilimorf is hoofing it on through the Meridian tunnels into the Wrecking Ball and into the warehouse, to Kraid's lair. And Kenny is in fact going to grab this save before checking out the Spiky Room of Death. I can respect that, playing it extra close to his vest. Maybe he's in a particularly cautious mood today. Oh, Tilimorf finding an uncharted E-tank at the Kraid missiles. That gives us 5 and 1. And, oh, this is a nice choice by Kenny there, doing that spark to get across half of the Spiky Room of Death there. I think it's pretty much guaranteed you're going to bonk into the 4th Xan there towards the end, so it's not going to be a full spark, but still a nice way to get through the room. And Tilimorf takes on the Kraidmeister. As Kenny reaches the top east portion of the wrecked ship, finds power bombs at wrecked ship E-tank and does not want them. That's a reset. Oh, of course, that's the other... Yeah. Well, SMRAT, you can half spark it, yeah, as Kenny demonstrated. And of course, as I as I tend to forget sometimes, that is the other reason for taking that save there, in case the wrecked ship E-tank item is crap. And Tilimorf takes Kraid to a nice prom, but then stands him up, does not stand him up, but has Kraid stand... Well, would you look at that? I love vanilla items in these things. Vanilla Varia suit right behind Kraid. Oh. And by vanilla items, of course, I mean major items that are not tanks, the ones that are true coincidences to find in their normal spots. Kenny, in the nuclear hub, push past these robots on conveyor belts while avoiding the electricity to find another E-tank, and it looks like he wants it. So, ship, Attic, missiles. How much time did he lose when he died? That is a good question, Zeb. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15, yeah, shell dogs. And more supers at Kraid's E-tank, so that'll put Tilimorf at a total of 35. First boss down on both sides. Tilimorf so far on a pace for IBO. Kenny, not so. But Tilimorf now fully outfitted. Tilimorf has suddenly seized an advantage, even though he crashed earlier. So, a lot of these seeds have started indicating to me not to go to wrecked ship early, especially as I do hundo, and speed does not tend to show up as early for me in most cases as it did for them here. Just more supers at both the Sky missiles and Crater Maze missiles. So Kenny just wanted one, and it looks like at 3065 he's pretty content, at least for the moment, with his ammo counts. Of course, that Crater Maze item is also a pain to pick up, because if you don't get back out quick enough, you have to pay that super toll again. More supers, speaking of which, at Ice Beam, putting Tilly at 2041. And, alright, Kenny did find a third pack of power bombs at wrecked ship E-tank, but, he didn't want those. He's probably, interesting choice by Tilly, killing that tripper, which which are just like their cousins, the Rippers, really. You can kill them with supers or power bombs. And a sweet mock ball through the cavern here, leading to the crumble shaft too. Oh, finds another E-tank. Decides to pass on that one, but that'll give us a count of 7 and 1. And Kenny's going to show us what we've got here in the bowling. Okay, maybe Tilly does not want to pass on that E-tank after all. We've got vanilla-flavored missiles, as non-Americans pronounce them, at bowling missiles. Yeah. Tilly had 4 E-tanks and 1 reverse tank before that crash. And after it, he had no tanks. Oh, nice. Okay. Wreck Chip was not totally deprived of stuff. Kenny validates his run. The acquisition of a savvy, snazzy spling ball. Summer ball. No one betting on Croc just yet. We'll see how things go. Oh, vanilla E-tank and non-vanilla E-tank. So that's 8 and 9 and 1. Another E-tank at gravity suit. And high jump itself. Hello, beautiful. Well. Speaking of validation, double validation. Smoky and dark validation in the high jump area. 2 beams for the price of none. Okay, we're gonna have a look at the Croc escape missiles, which is just the reverse tank number 2. Count of 9 and 2 now. SMRAT log, please do not say that again. I'm kidding you. So Tilimorf is going to jaunt across the penetrator, Great Wall, and wipe out 6 B-toms on the way, check the Bubble Mountain item, just supers, and he's gonna go down. Heading on down into hell. Kenny also going down, descending through the Crimson Tower. And I expect he's going to make these same checks. Spazer was just missiles. IIR. So. Yep, Tilimorf has everything he needs right now. Both suits. He could really use screw attack down here. And he's not going to find it down here, but... Oh, hits those spikes. Well, he could also use plasma too. So, I take that back. I mean, maybe not. Maybe doesn't have everything he needs, but he's got sufficient ammo to down Ridley. Kenny opts to blow out the power glass on the way on through, and yeah, was just going to say, hopefully he does go to Kraid first, which he is. Oh, synced left to right door transitions there. Or vice versa. You know what I mean. And Tilly drops down. The Burning Man goes back to the Fast Ripper room, but is not gonna check GT or screw. It looked like he was going for the short charge, but it didn't happen. So we're gonna have to do the arduous power bomb method of blowing up the pillars. Now, if this was a 3-dimensional game, that wouldn't be a problem, but 'tis not. And Worst Room, kind of living up to its name without the screw attack. Tilimorf will want to watch it a little bit. He's at 298 health. Let's see if he pays some loyalty to the community up here. Whoops, missed that jump. Waits for those pirate beams to pass over him. And he is! He's gonna shoot through the ceiling and check out what's at SMRAT missiles. There you go, Kenny. Nice vanilla action for you. Just Neller missiles. Nothing ZB shattering. Oh, Kenny fully suited up. Not that you could tell. Gravity suit always goes on top of the Varia suit. Oh, Tilly lost his space jump. Oh, that's not too good, even though he has gravity. Oh, Tilly, get out of there! Tilly, okay, he's out. Now he's gonna shoot the pirates to farm up a little bit here. That's a good call as long as it doesn't much time. Kenny grabbing the Grady tank supers. Yeah, he just wants supers that are easily accessible now, and that's perfectly understandable. 3570 and 2040, both runners with double the amount of supers. They have the amount of missiles. So Tilly's gonna luck out with a fire fleet check and get a vanilla E tank. Aploff, sorry again about that. She said as if it were her fault. 10 and 2. Yep. Tilly gets bailed out a little bit there. So he's going to traverse down Santo Poco. Oh, and a nice little flying pattern from that first key hunter there, allowing him easy access right on by. And he is going to go for the save. I think pretty much everyone agrees with saves, especially in situations that can potentially turn pretty precarious. Okay, I need a sip. ASMR. Oh, Tilly, experiencing some vanilla-flavored shame right there, but brings his. It was a good decision, actually, picking those up, bringing his power bomb count to 15. So he made it past the giant Deskigas. As long as he makes it to pre-Ridley, which should be a safe bet, he will be in Crystal Flash range. And, yep, 3 supers, each on the Dojo Pirates, which do double damage on them. Pardon moi for belching. And we'll see what paths, different pathing, if any, Kenny elects for down here. He'll probably just go straight to Ridley, and he has the benefit of screw attacks, so he's gonna be able to maneuver around much easier down here. And Tilimorf is going to stop and farm for a bit, without the aid of the handy ticklish beam. He's gonna have to do some shooting, and also can't grab the power bombs down there in the acid, courtesy of the Violas. So, no sign of high jump, but Ridley could very well have that. We already found the bombs. The other 2 items that Ridley has had a lot in this in this Logic and Community tournament are Charge Beam and High Jump Boots. So, see if Ridley is hoarding one of those, or if the baby made off with it when it escaped the canister, or if one of the other bosses stole it from him again. Tilimor's still farming. He's almost got completely full health now. He's still gonna want some more supers. This count he would. Okay, he just got another super drop. There's another one. So he now has technically enough ammo to, well, he may have had enough before, counting the power bombs. But we'll see where he decides that he's good, and Zebo's not deciding to reward him a great deal after that, which is kind of funny. Zebos have a pretty generous chance for both the big health and the supers. 56% drop rate on the big health, 40% on the supers. So, Kenny also gets that vanilla flavored shame. Of course, just obliterating the Mega Duskigas. Oh yeah, Shell Dog, I can see that, the Flower House room. You get Holtzes in there and more perpetually spawning Zebos, one at a time. Which means if you don't have grapple, they're easier to deal with. But it also means that there's less chance for a drop there. If you have a good way to wipe out the Holtzes, then they tend to, well, let's see, just for the fun of it, Holtzes, also nice percentages. 48% big energy, 20 each missiles and supers, and a 14% chance for power bombs. So, Tilly has already got Ridley a nice shade of pink, the shade of pink, which he becomes a little more than halfway through, and Tilly takes it down. He takes the Pelican, Pterodactyl, Dragon, Beast on down to Chinatown and there are the high jump boots. Did we call it? Did we say it? There they are. Wow, nice. I especially appreciate finding that there, as for me, even with Space Jump, that reverse elevator coming back up the Wasteland room is a real pain for me. I'm sure I've said that numerous times already, but it is. Yes. I can certainly see that, SJ. It's, let's see. Let me bring the thing up here. Oh, yeah. This is, these two runners are in the, alternative winners bracket, or the, redemption bracket, as some call it. Round 3 of that, as it turns out. And that may not be great for Tilly, but this is only game 1 of their round, so no matter what happens, Tilly will have a shot at a tie, if nothing more. Oh, you're right. Sheldon. Well, actually, Tilly didn't go to Fantoon to begin with. Kenny went to Fantoon first. Tilly went to Kraid first, so Tilly didn't go to Fantoon before or after the crash. But he already found the E-Tank at Fireflies, so he's gonna proceed straight on up. In and around the boulders, in and around the Fune. The jail item, it's supers. I guess he just wanted to see if that was charge. Kenny is pretty much set on ammo, just as Sailor Jade just pointed out. Tilly is not. So he made that check on the Alcoon's missiles there, or the Hadarubi missiles, which were just missiles. And Franker Musketeers is supers, so he's going to grab those. Those are easily accessible. And let's see how he handles Porthos, Athos, and Aramis here. He has 2 beams that Kenny does not have. He could... let's see, Wave plus Ice is 60 damage. That would be 30 shots on each of those Key Hunters. Yeah, just get out of there and tank it. And If nothing else, you can go up to the speed booster area, up to the Bat Cave, and just farm to your heart's content. Oh, nice ball bounce, but he didn't need it or want it, as it turns out. He's going to the wave location. Smoky Gums are raised hands, skin tone 2. I'll take your word for it, Sparky. There's E-Tank number 11 at the wave missiles, giving us a count of 11 and 2. And Kenny coming out about the same time. Kenny needs nothing to do with any of the rest of this junk. Just takes a quick look at the Bubble Mountain item. Again, probably just to see if it was charged. And Tilimorf, maybe deciding what to do after this point. He's going to go up to speed as well. So we're going to get to see what these two items are. At least one of them. And Kenny is actually checking the jump area, so he's going to validate. He's going to get these two sweet beams. He's going to get that beam. Kenny, you had... Kenny? That's fine. That's fine. That's just peachy. That's just peaches and cream right there is what that is. While Kenny may now, I can't say he's dead to me because he didn't actually look at the item. He doesn't know that it's there. He's just... he just wanted ice, apparently. But Tilimorf finds just ammo through Norfair Reverse here, and grabs them both. Kenny needs nothing to do with anything more throughout this. He's sparked straight up Everest through the Crabratory into the Aqueduct, and he's grabbing this save for some reason. He does know who's on the comms, but he doesn't know what that item was. Now, if he went into the room, saw the item, and then went out and didn't pick it up, he would be totally dead to me, and he would be in trouble. But he finds E-Tank number 12 at the Aqueduct Supers. And he's going to proceed straight on through to Robot Wound. That's the first time I ever called it that. It just kind of came out. I was thinking about the wrecked ship's work robots. Robot Wound. It's clearly not a robot. Goofy of me. Goofy Smokey. Tilly is heading right on up through Main Street. Oh, finds Plasma at the Sizer Supers. There's a nice thing. He might drop on down and get that. Indeed he is. He's looking for the right window. If you start falling too fast down that little one-block opening, you'll miss it. And, oh. Nice technique there, setting off the power bomb to kill the Sizer and pop him up at the same time. He also missed out on another item Kenny got, Spring Ball, which was at the wrecked ship Reverse, so he needed to pop himself up with some variety of bombage. And there's a bonkers Tilly right in the corner of that hill. There's a double bonkers right in the corner of that other hill. There you go. Third time's the charm. And more supers at the precious missiles, bringing Kenny to 35 and 80, definitely more than enough. And no sign, though, whatsoever of the grapple beam or the X-ray scope. Tilimorf is also probably didn't want those power bombs, but those are hard to skip. He might want this E-tank over here. Yeah, that crash really did end up costing him. He has less overall. He's a little behind on both bosses and items. Well, he just got his 6th E-tank, and Kenny, meanwhile, has 10, plus reverse. So Kenny is going to mash us some shrimp. Or he was. Maybe he's going to half mash and half broil it. I'm a fan of the mashing method if I can pull it off. I've gotten the blue suit just a small handful of times. As a matter of fact, the number of times I've gotten the blue suit can be counted on one hand. And there's a nice deep red looking tummy on Dragon now, and that's... Oh, this fight is not... Just another... Oh, next goopy Boyan phase. That's it. Fight over. Just missiles at Bot's wound. Kenny is not even going to check out the space jump item. Doesn't need to. He's going to eep right out of here. Oh, and Tilimorf employing this Shine Spark Echo strat to farm the Zoas, 5 at a time. And once again, without the aid of the Tickle Farm Beam, he has to get in there in the quicksand, which this quicksand luckily has a shallow bottom, and handle it that away. And it looks like he's going for a slight short charge to attempt to... Oh! Another bonk. Was going for some variety of halfy, but instead got a... not even a full Nobi. So he's going to take a peek in the precious room here, and I suspect he'll pick up these supers. Yep. Bringing him to 3065, and he technically has probably about enough now to deal with Mother Brain with this set of ammo, presuming he would get a refill. Not saying he won't get any more ammo on the way, especially as he still has to do wrecked ship. Kenny, meanwhile, is heading straight on to Torian. So it is looking definitely like Kenny's race to lose at the moment. Tilimorf sits through the obligatory moment of frolicking Evers in their little convention and ducking away to do whatever it is they do back there, having a committee meeting or something, or coming up with more business ideas for the Novas in the business center. Okay, Kenny's back up the drawbridge. He is returning to the landing site through this little tunnel that seems to be only there to has no other purpose and nobody knows what it's there for. But we are back into indoor criteria. And this fight is okay. Yep. Tilimorf quickly running out of supers, but still has other means of ammo. And that'll do it for his Dragon fight. Kenny's down the tumbler one more time, just tanks the very menial damage from 3 of those pirates. And he's into the clouded over void. And then the gallery. That's what I've started calling those two rooms now. Just missiles at Dragon. Oi. Ah, okay. Insightful input from Sailor Jade. Oh. Kenny, what is Kenny doing here? Okay, I guess we'll bit. But in the meantime, yeah, it's an interesting thing. In this logic, the statue is all sunken into the bottom there. If you stick around and watch for a minute, you'll still see the eye jewels exploding, but not from the statue, just out of thin air. It's amusing. Oh, of course. I see what Kenny forgot to refill. Woo! Yeah, he's not going to get very far with that amount of ammo and no charge. So an electron walks into a bar and says to the bartender, "Hey, how much for a beer?" And the bartender says, "For you, no charge." Anyway, Tilimorf is out of the back into the east wing of the Red Tower via the gate and just moseys along that non-mock ball. Okay, Kenny's got a fresh refill. 10 E-tanks plus however many reverses he picked up. I figure it's just the one. 35, 80, 15. I stole that joke, admittedly. I can't take credit for it. But I can take credit for the for pretending like it wasn't very funny at all, and then just immediately moving on. Okay, Kenny returns into headquarters after peacing out for a moment, saying to the Metroids, "Oh, hang on a second, fellas, I forgot to fuel up." So, this textbook Metroid room number 1. 4, 2, 3, and 3, as always. I've oft, since coming up with the idea, I have oft thought it would be pretty interesting to have a version of this which would be an enemizer, randomizing the enemies, and maybe even putting the Metroids in different areas, and locking those doors until you kill them all, naturally. But the Smoky one is not even versed in how to start going about that type of thing. We have passed the hour mark. No sub-hour times for these guys here today. Feels bad, girl. Kenny looks like is not going for a baby skip. He's damaging himself down. Oh, he would have had that first jump, but instead he just kind of faked the giant Metroid out. And faces left, and wastes 40 frames. Oh well, at least he got to the coral side of the room. As Tilimorf is fourth and final boss. Oh, okay, Mithra saying that is an optional randomizer, so to one of the preset setting, figure it out from there. Oh yeah, oh, Tilimorf taking down Fantoon. Yeah, another thing I noticed now with the new spoiler log, the the site or the address it gives you now to go to, it says to play this randomizer, go to, and it says varia.run. If you just type that in, I believe you'll get a 502 gateway error. I think you need to put the www at the beginning of it, and it just redirects you to the randomizer Python Anywhere site. So, same site. Same thing. And Tilimorf is going to check on the West Supers item, which is Supers, vanilla, as we saw. So he's going to have them for a bit of insurance. He's at a total of 3075, which should be enough. Might still need a refill. So, where was Charge, anyway? Where was Charge, Spazer, X-Ray, Grapple? The 4 items in this we did not find. Any number of them could have... Bonkers yet again, Tilly. Any number of them could have been at Croc. Or at Check Tool. They could have been absolutely anywhere we didn't look. Waterway was checked, they got speed early, and looked down there, it was missiles. And Kenny, into an MB2 phase. Just going through a phase. And that phase is Heinz 57. No worries, Eminem. So there's a rainbow beam incoming, and it looks like, oh, Kenny damages himself down to the appropriate amount, also has Vari. But he's definitely not going to be going for any kinds of stand-up, for obvious reasons. No stand-up comedy going on here. And Tilimorf, straight on down the Terminator. They're what is going through their minds right now. Of course, right now, as I say, they're a few moments ahead of where we are, this being the restream, of course. So, what's going through their minds right now might be slightly different than what was going through their minds at the moment they were where we are seeing them now. Anyway, both runners in Torian. No more item checks to be seen now. Tilimorf remembered his refill at the ship, and ooh, getting a little trigger happy with the supers there, co-jacked in one. There's a good enough room 1. Oh. And a nice grouping strat on room 2. Looks like by his timer, Tilimorf may have exceeded his PB. His I wasn't watching the timer the entire time, but well, his digits turned red somewhere along the way. I'm presuming they were not red all along. Regular grouping strat in room 4. Into the Sandhoppers as Kenny puts down Mother Brain 3. Kenny's gonna pause, turn his screw attack back on. Wise choice. And Tilimorf is going erode away one of the petrified enemies in the waiting room. Big scree there. Alright, Kenny is into his escape. There's room 1, 2. He's gonna do a standard spark for room 3, which is good to do in a race setting. Don't want to spend too much time messing around with a strat like the Blue Bomber, possibly if your opponent has not done already. Or, yeah, if your opponent has not done already. Tilimorf faces the correct direction and saves 40 frames, or I believe as they said it was the equivalent 2/3 of a second or thereabouts. Unfortunately, 2/3 of a second is not going to compare to what he would need to reach Kenny right about now. Kenny is straight up on out of here. Up the climb with a regular spark. Up the parlor without a spark, but with a nice series of jumps, and I presume we will not be seeing any animal saves on his side. Nope. Just right back outside. Kenny jumps on the ship, finishes, wins the race with a time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 44 seconds. So you know what to get in there. Alright. Tilimorf putting the ice beam to good use, freezing away the Rinkas to keep them away for a good little while longer. Not quite long enough. There is a Mother Brain 1 phase. And Mithra has just asked Kenny to, if he wants an info. Oh, looks like he will. Hey, speak of the, yeah. How you
Holy
doing?
cow. Holy cow. I spent the last 10 minutes or so completely paranoid that I blew the race for myself by skipping the ship like a complete idiot.
Oh gosh, let's tell you what happened, shall we? Tilimorf had what we speculate was an unfortunate emulator crash.
Well, oh no!
Yeah, probably about 20 minutes in or so.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, well, he was a trooper about it. It really set him back, but he just went to Gauntlet again. He got all his stuff again, and he's at Mother Brain. He's finishing Mother Brain 2 right now, and he's kind of memeing it up, setting off power bombs to delay the rainbow beam.
Ha! Geez, so he probably would have won then.
He might have. I guess we'll probably never know. But,
had he saved, or did he have to start over?
Well, he had saved,
okay,
like right after going to the Polar Bear Bunny PBs and getting his bombs. Oh,
okay.
and he just reset. I guess he lost too much energy.
Oh no, too much. The meme was too strong. Also, I was told in my chat, and also I just saw in the credits here, that I sadly skipped your beam.
You did. You
it was one rooming away again.
You may go back and watch this VOD for the Smoke Mistress's commentary on that moment. But you did not know it was there. It was not as if you saw it and then deliberately said, screw you. So I cannot say you're dead to me.
That's the second time that happened, though, because, like, you commentated... it might have been match 3 against Jargle, where Wave was on the right side of the bottom wreck ship, and I went to the left, and then just gunned it out of there. But yeah, I saw ice, and I was like, you know what? High jump is right here. I always forget completely to check the high jump boots area. So I went there, I saw ice, I was like, that is the one thing I want. I am getting out of here.
Yeah, that's almost become almost sort of a mini phenomenon now. Very recently, I'm not sure if you would call that pulling a Kenny or pulling a Jay, but it's been a thing, strangely enough. At a location.
Wave by one room, you mean?
Yeah, or just or just forgetting to check the whole high jump area.
No, I decided to not bother with the door once I saw ice there.
Oh well, yeah, you dark validated, and apparently that was enough for you. But you are walking away with 47% items. Congratulations on winning the race to begin with.
I'll have to watch it again because I want to see how close Tilimorf really was if you don't count the crash, because that makes me feel a little bad. But we both had our mishaps, I guess, because I skipped the ship and that set me back a few minutes.
Indeed.
Oh, the highlight of the run The highlight of the run to me, I got the Kraid quick kill with missiles. I freaking did it.
Oh, sweet. Another congrats in order. Well,
I had started practicing that, but I don't trust myself to be consistent with it. But on the train ride home, I was about I practiced on RetroArch on my Vita, and I was getting it about like more than 2/3 of the time. So I was like, I don't know. We'll see if it ends up being useful.
Tilimorf memeing a bit again on too, but he's just gonna sit through the cutscene obediently this time. So
I actually kind of forgot to like damage myself a little bit more so that I wouldn't even have the option to stand up, because I was like, I'm not gonna touch it. I think it would be safe if I got up and bumped into her once, but no, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, you actually sort of went about that as if you were going to, but for obvious reasons. Charge was at the Indiana Jones missiles, and
okay.
Spazers.
Yeah, I didn't do. Oh, go ahead.
Spazer says missile lava room, cathedral maybe.
Could be.
I don't remember if you guys checked cathedral. But,
I did not. I went the back way to Lower Norfair, and then I just went through the speed hallway on the way back.
Yeah, because speed showed up super early for you guys, and the other items you not grapple and X-ray.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to wait for Tilimorph's credits to see those, unless chat caught them.
I'll laugh if grapple was at Mama Turtle, because like I had a thought of checking there, because I've seen at least 2 races where grapple was at Mama Turtle, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to bother. Heck with it.
Right. Oh well, so
also I laughed at high jump boots at Ridley. Like, I was like, okay, Ridley,
oh, I know,
Ridley
right?
might have charge, I don't know. He couldn't have bombs because I had him, but I was like, he usually has something funny, so... And high jump boots is like the perfect item there, because then it's not a nightmare to get out of there.
Oh, exactly. Just what I was saying, especially that wasteland elevator.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to specifically. I am not well practiced. Like, I know there's a way to like set it up with space jump, but I haven't practiced it.
Yeah, or just wall jump off the safe parts.
Right. Which I have accidentally done once, but I don't trust myself.
Well, that's what's got a good chance of being right there at that spot. Is if it's not charge and it's not bombs, then it's probably going to be high jump.
Or missiles or a trash can.
Right.
Because every so often the bosses take out the trash and they do their adulting and they get it over with. Yeah.
Bosses, just because they're bosses and kind of spoiled by this this kingdom of space piracy, that doesn't mean they can't shirk their responsibilities, basic housekeeping and all that.
I think Tilimorf is going for like an escape room genocide here or something.
Oh, doing a sort of a smoky true completion kill hundo type thing with the escape.
Question is, will he do anything with the animals at this rate?
Oh, nice last moonfall. Tilly was working with...
I live. Alright, never mind, I take it back.
Yeah, I guess not. He didn't want to get all the tiles in Escape Room 4, and kill all the enemies, which is not really as daunting as it might seem. Of course, he also doesn't have screw attacks, so...
Oh, he didn't find that. I'm trying to remember where I found that now.
Beta power bombs.
Okay.
And, yeah, he did not find Spring Ball either, which you found at the wrecked ship reverse.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, I did fall checks on wrecked ship. Was he already, like, go mode by then, or what? Oh, yeah, but he's doing something with the animals. We don't know what yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, you went to the wrecked ship first, I'm pretty sure, and he eventually went to Kraid first.
Okay.
So,
okay, he's all right. He's making
taunting.
Sure the animals are extra crispy. That's what he's doing.
Just opening that door to
he's following Chronic Sauce's Hundo guide.
Ah. Wow. Was there oh, and he got the forced Alcatraz escape along with it. Was there anything else I should have asked?
Um. Can't think of anything else at the top of my head, but I usually am bad at like remembering things after the fact.
Oh, right. Well, Tilimorf finishes 1 hour, 21 minutes, 15 seconds. So another cheers. Or jeers if you don't care for him. I don't know why you wouldn't, but just saying hypothetically. Alright, so Mithra just says interview. Sure. Looks like he'll be in a moment or two.
Oh, looks like he's in the green room. I think I can drag him in.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's pull him on up then. Oh, hello then.
Hey there.
Well, so what happened exactly? Did you have a crash?
So my controller disconnected, and the only way that I can get it to work again is close and reopen my emulator.
Oh, geez.
Oh, so
does this have to do with your cat comment?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Oh, so it wasn't like a crash in the strictest terms. That still sucks either way, because it really set you back.
Yeah, I think I just need to buy a new controller. It's been giving me issues previously, and then my cat ran by and hit the cord, and it like disconnected.
So your cat replayed the ending to Naked Gun 2.5 or whatever. Okay.
Mithra claiming that apparently that same thing happened to him in his second race.
Ugh.
Wow, so...
Yeah, it's no big deal. I still thought it was a fun seed to run.
Yeah, I know you said you made a comment about the beginning being interesting. Oh, that reminds me of a thing I didn't mention. I have never in my life gotten the damage boost into the ceiling item off of the you can remind me, Smokey.
The Rio?
Rio? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, they're called Rio? Okay, they're called Rios. Well, then I'm going to call that Rio Speedwagon because that's the fast way to do it. And I have no idea. I have no idea how I did it. I was like, we're going to try this. Why not? And it worked. I was like, okay, I'm never going to do that again.
Oh, yes. Some people call them lettuce leaves. Others call them flying guys that aren't the gamers.
Well, you mean the waivers? Or the screes? Those don't really fly. They fall with quote-unquote style. But
oh, well, you said you'd laugh, and there it is. Grappling beam, energy tank, mama turtle.
My God, it was there again.
And X-ray was at the watering hole. Super's at the watering. That stupid yellow Meridia description that it adopts for whatever reason.
You're yellow.
All right, there's a double deer force, and any other moments or things stick out to you, Tilimorf?
Not that I can really think of. I'm glad I got the wave gate when I did pretty quickly, because that's one of the tricks that I've been struggling with, but even though it wasn't required. But I laughed when I saw gravity after gauntlet. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did you guys have a nice little chuckle at the giant vanilla item, this seed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I laughed pretty hard at that.
I love vanilla items in these things, especially one that...
Yeah, my plan at that point was, alright, because I had gone to Wreck Ship first. My plan at that point was, okay, I'm going to do Kraid, I'm going to do high jump boots, and if I don't get Varia, I'll go to Meridia, because I have what I need for that, technically.
And what do you know?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, I guess we're doing Ridley and then Meridia.
That was exactly my thought, too. Except I didn't go Wreck Ship first.
Right.
That hasn't happened very much with Varia, but starting in the 17th, Gravity showed up in its vanilla spot over 30 times, literally.
Huh.
So...
I remember Gravity appearing at Reserve Tank in Wreck Ship a couple times. That's
Yeah.
mean.
It showed up in wrecked ship, and I guess it's vanilla area a lot too. Besides that,
Yeah.
well, all right. Tilly's coming away with 41%. Anything
I
else,
forgot to
fellas?
check. Where was Char?
Oh, it was at Indiana Jones. So yeah, nobody went to Croc this time.
Yeah, I thought about it for about a second. I was like, "There's no point for me to do this. I'm practically go mode at that point."
So Jade's eager finger did not get to click that button. Sorry, Jade.
But yeah, this is going to make for an interesting match too, and potentially and probably a match 3 if I'm being honest. But we'll see what happens. So match 2 we'll probably set up.
Fun.
Yeah. I guess we'll probably do match 2 Saturday afternoon. I know I didn't mention like exact time, but we can do that in scheduling, and then match 3 we'll have to figure out when we can do. I think you said you're not available Sunday.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's when you guys were down in like Lower Norfair. I guess we were getting a couple monkey S's in the chat. They were saying, "Oh, this isn't good for Tilimorf now, especially with the high jump boots just being found, and Kenny doesn't need any other ammo already at this point." But you still have another match to, as I was saying, at least get a tie out of this and push it to a game 3.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
got his speed as always.
I have to figure this would have been pretty darn close, if not for cat things. And I very easily. Oh yeah, I don't know if you were here when I said it. I very easily. So my comment in the SRL chat about I have the shortest term memory ever was because, like, on my way up the top of Red Tower, I was like, I need to stop the ship. I need to stop the ship. I need to stop the ship. And then I get to ship room, quote unquote room. I don't freaking stop at the ship. I go all the way down to Torian. Then I'm like, I didn't stop the ship. And then I go all the way back up. And I'm like, this could, I'm that entire point, I'm just like eyeballing the chat the entire time. I'm like, this is going to cost me the race. This is going to cost me the race.
Oh.
Yeah. Moments like that can be super stressful.
Well, Kenny, I think you know where all of them are. Tilly, were there any more you know the locations of?
I'd always like to know where Springball was.
Wrecked ship reverse this time.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was definitely never getting that.
Yeah, even though I kind of envied you guys in that. As did Gravity in the same locale.
Yeah. Speed booster and Gravity, you mean? You cut out for a second there, but I'm assuming you're talking about Gauntlet being loaded.
Oh yeah, that was a stacked Gauntlet, and Fry Guy wasn't even here to see it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fry Guy always wants to see Gauntlet checks.
'Tis his thing. Well, alright then. If there's nothing else, then there isn't too much that's on the schedule beyond this point right now. On Friday, the 29th at 3 p.m. will be Alternative Winners Round 2 Match 1 between Starisms and Oh Dear. Then on Saturday, the 30th at 12 noon is AW Round 3 Match 1 between Phoenix and Nito. And also at 3 p.m. again, same time, 24 hours later, Starisms and Oh Dear Game 2. And last thing that's on there, April 2nd, 6 p.m., Game 2 between Everald Johnson and Ravens. So yes, lots of more good stuff to stick around for.
I have a feeling we might end up doubling up with the Starisms Oh Dear on Saturday. But we'll see what happens.
Hype. Alright, looks like Mithra started to put that command in to follow, but maybe it didn't exactly take there.
Huh.
One
well,
last
all right.
time.
It's-
GG, and thanks for the
stream
restream and commentary.
Yeah, kind of broken. The stream team one worked, but it still doesn't have my name or Sailor Jade's name in there.
Oops. Well, I just put the runners in there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Kenny. Well, then, I guess I will sign off and say, as always, sweet, sweet dreams. I mean it as much as ever. And the normal pieces of advice I give you. Quick Kill is a registered trademark of SM Properties, Inc. Grapple a day keeps Dr. Dre away. Only you can prevent Crocomires. And don't forget to drop by Ridley's Believe It or Not Museum. Anything to add, fellas?
Nope.
All right, that says it all. Well, cheers then. Smoke Mistress loves you. Ta-ta.
All right. Bye, everybody.